The other day I was on eBay searching around this past Saturday, and I had been wanting one of these Zenith Transoceanic radios for a number of years now, and I found one that I was happy with. It's a A600 from what I understand, and it looks like that. Pretty nice shape for its age. It'd be about probably mid-50s that this thing was made. And the bid was $35 to start out at, so I put in $35.01 and waited about 5 more hours, and there's a closer view of the whole radio. Waited about 5 more hours, and sure enough, I was the only person that had bid on it. So for $35 and $17 of shipping, I got me a Transoceanic finally. And I was reading later on about the shipping on this thing. It would deliver between the 23rd and the 31st of August. Now today's the 21st, and I looked up where this seller was based out of, New Lexington, Ohio. Well, we go over here to Wikipedia and plug in New Lexington, Ohio, and we see a little red dot right here down southeast of Columbus. That's where New Lexington's at, and I'm moreover this away right here. That's about 2.5 hours from me, 3 hours at the most. I'm thinking, geez, it's going to take a week and a half to get this thing here. Well, when I got home today, the box was eagerly awaiting my arrival. So let's open this up and see if this is indeed my vintage Transoceanic radio. He's got some other views here of the wave magnet antenna. This is a later version, of course. It's got the chart. The chart, from what I understand, is not in the best of shape. It might have taken some water, so we'll have to look at that. The stag on the case is in pretty good shape. We'll have to look at that a little closer. But in his description on here, he's very vague about some of this stuff. It says vintage Zenith Transoceanic AM shortwave radio model A600 640 or 660 question. I am by no means an expert on the matter. Picked this up at a junk shop with possible intentions of converting or salvaging parts for a guitar amp. I have not done anything thus far and need to clear out space. When I first got it, all the tubes, original, lit up from at least what I can remember, but later fire-ups seemed to only light up the one tube on the far right when viewing from the back. I think I read at one time that this is a regulator tube, and this does have a regulator tube of some sort. I don't remember the actual number of the tube that allows this radio to run on multiple voltages from like 90 volts up to 130 volts, and that tube regulates the voltages. It says, with that being said, with this one weird tube, it would glow, but it would only pull in AM stations. Sorry about that. Like I said, he said it would only tune in AM station. So he really does not know exactly what he's doing with it. Some other stuff he just puts on here. Buyer pays shipping, handling fees, blah blah blah. Of course, we know all that. So with that being said, let's open this box up and see what we got here. I went ahead and broke open the packaging tape. Yeah, it looks like he packed her up in newspaper. It's kind of tossed in there sideways. Some of the stag has come loose. Not real bad shape though. Oh, handle, don't fail me now. And there we have it. A vintage Zenith Transoceanic. Oh, that's in rather nice shape, really. The dial's all there. It's not disfigured. Knobs are all there. Seems like all the push buttons work. Looks like the tuning cord must be broke. This actually has a dial light on it too. You can push that down and push it over, and it lights up the dial as long as the button's pushed in and pushed over. So cosmetically she's gonna need some help. I'm thinking that right down here is our wave magnet antenna. You push that up from the bottom. Here's our wave rod antenna up here. Here's our charts and log. A little bit of operating instructions there. You can kind of see that it's taking some water. So let's flip this puppy around on the back. And, take a look in the back, see what we got. Okay guys, here's a inside look of the Zenith Transoceanic A600, and this uses a chassis number 6A40, and somebody's been in here messing around, I can definitely say that. I seen a model number somewhere on here, must be on the bottom, but they've cut off one of the battery supply wires. I think that was for the battery that supplied power to the dial light. Over here must be the main plug for the batteries that powers the actual set. And one thing I noticed immediately, what was missing is the cord reel that goes right here. Somebody's cut that out of there. It should have mounted right there on those two screws, and then you could pull the cord out of the side of the set. And somebody's taken that out and cut that cord off, and it looks like it's still running on all of its original Zenith tubes. This is a 5 tube set along with a regulator tube back in that corner there. You can't really see them very well. And this is our wave magnet antenna. This unplugs from here, from the chassis. All these coils and stuff are tuning coils for each one of the bands on the radio. Looks pretty intimidating, doesn't it? There's a Zenith sticker all the way back here in the corner. You can't see it very well. And I'm pretty sure right here is where the I think you could have stored extra tubes in the back of this set. There was a piece of metal with clips on it that went there. There's the model number. It looks really hard to see. You'll never see it on this camera. I'm not sure what that says. A660 it looks like, or 600. A lot of cleaning to be done, that's for sure. Definitely sat around for a number of years. I think that this antenna is supposed to have a clip. This antenna is like 4 foot long. It's kind of loose too. Somewhere underneath of here is a little hole that you can pop that wave magnet up out of there. There it is. And you essentially would stick this via this snap here and the one over here with suction cups to a window to improve your reception if you needed it. And then this just pulled up out of the set to any length you needed. I don't know really why I wanted one of these. I guess I was just curious more than anything else because they were such a neat looking set, I thought. And you could do a lot of stuff with them, pick up a lot of bands and stuff with them. But I think this one's going to need some major help before we can get that far on it. This also has a radio phono switch right there. You can connect a ceramic cartridge phonograph to this, which I have plans for later. You'll see in a video down the road if we get this thing to work. So let's tuck everything back in, make sure nothing gets destroyed. I'm going to have to find one of those cord reels for one. I really like to have that to make the set original. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this first look at a A600 Zenith Transoceanic from probably around 1955.